Hey, what's up everyone? Ahsan Raza here from the Ahsan Raza Real Estate Podcast. We have a very special guest on the show today, a friend of mine, someone who I've used his services in the past, Ali Kazmi from Formula Auto Lab. Welcome to the podcast,
Thank
Ali.
you for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man. I know we're trying to get this done for some time, so we're live in location at the Ashio place, as you can see from the beautiful pictures across of us. And we'll talk about your location as well in a little bit, but want to start off by you introducing yourself, how you got into the business, and what are some of the challenges you faced so far?
Okay, 100%. So as Ahsan introduced me, I'm Ali Kazmi, and I'm 22 and I'm just finishing up school, and I'm also running a full car service business. The way I got into the business, it's really funny. I used to wash my car a lot on my driveway, and I had a neighbor. He had a beautiful, nice Benz AMG. And one day I'm washing my car. He brings his over to me, and he tells me, he's like, "Hey, you want to wash my car?" I was like, "Of course, I'll wash it. No worries. I love cars." Right. So I'm washing the car. I'm not expecting anything. So I finish it. I spend a good 2-3 hours washing it on the outside. He comes out. He's impressed, and he hands me $100.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? This beats working at Toys R Us. So that's when I started to kind of research and get into the business aspect of car detailing, because I love cars and they're my passion. And I've always been told, use your passion.
Yeah. So in terms of that passion that you have now, you've converted into a nice business that you have here. What are some of the other services that you're providing? So I know I came to you for car detailing initially, but from my understanding, you've grown it to a whole different level. So aside from detailing, what are you doing now? What can you offer to customers moving forward? So
we expanded, as you said, we started off with detailing. So we expanded a lot to cater to all our clients. So we're doing now not just car detailing, but tinting, PPF, car sales. If you want a specific car, we can find it for you. So we're doing everything. We're trying to be a one-stop shop, right? So no one has to go to multiple places. Leave the car here for how much time you can, and we'll take care of everything.
Got it. So, there's a lot of companies that do what you do, which is normal for business. Like even in real estate, there's so many real estate agents and there's so many accountants. So sometimes the industry does get saturated, but in your industry, like how are you differentiating yourself from the rest of the crowd, and how are you different? How are you better?
Of course. So when we started this, I started around 6 years ago. At that time, the industry wasn't as saturated as it is now. It's a lot more saturated with, TikTok. A lot of young guys, they want to make some extra money in the summer. So they start up a car detailing business, get some clientele, and then they stop in the winter. So since we have that experience, one way that we're able to cater to clients is we don't look at our business as we're doing car detailing. We look at it as a convenience and customer service based, right? Yeah, we're going to do a great job on your car, but we're also aimed to make the process as easy as possible. And I'm sure you've used it before, or pickup option or mobile options. Not just that, but we treat every car like it's our own, right? We've had Ferraris in the shop parked right beside Honda Civics, and they both get the same level of quality, products, and detail, right? Because I want everyone to be happy when they leave here, and then we also guarantee all our work. So we have someone comes back tomorrow, no worries, we take care of it, and we try to make the experience as easy and seamless as possible. Yeah,
no, that's amazing, and I can vouch for that because I've been a customer and I've experienced it. So 100%, that is the absolute truth. I want to learn more about you, Ali Kazmi, like who you are, because me as an entrepreneur as well, like I started in this business when I was around 25, 26. I thought I got started late, but you at your age, you got started so young. And every time I meet you, I'm like, are you still in school? I'm like, yeah, I'm in university and I'm in Schulich. I'm like, how are you doing that and this at the same time? Not many people are doing that. So my first question is, how are you balancing that? And number two, what are you going to do after school? Like, are you going to go become a business major, an accountant, or is this your bread and butter?
So for me personally, how I balance school, I still wonder that sometimes. Obviously, it's impossible for me to give equal focus to both.
Yeah.
So, in the winter months, typically it balances out with exam season in the winter. I'm able to spend more time there because business is a bit slower on this side. Yeah. But then other times I'm busy here and my grades reflect that. Yeah. Right. Obviously, there's some tools out there that we use, such as, AI to help me study and other stuff. But for me, the biggest thing with school is I just need to get the grades done, right? Yeah. I just need to finish it because I've already put my soul into it. So now there's no point of stopping now. So I'm just finishing up now, actually. And I switched my program from Schulich. I'm now doing, from York, I'm doing a human resource management and work in labor with a business BBA. So
nice.
it's kind of easier. It's a little bit less course load, but it gives me more variety in how to run and manage the business.
Yeah.
And my plan personally, when I'm done school, which is now, I'm putting my 110% into this business because, you know, I've experienced it already for the last 6 years. And now that I have a bigger space and, you know, you see this new location, it gives me a lot of new opportunity to expand and grow.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like working a 9 to 5. For me personally, I've done it before. I can't stand it.
Right.
So that's my kind of take on that.
Yeah. And then, I know you said you got started based on your neighbors sort of was your first client in a way, right? And that kind of propelled you to do your own business. But growing up, was there anyone else that was a mentor to you that sort of, you know, put you in the entrepreneurship path and said, this is what you should do? Or was it something you just learned over time that, you know what, this is something that I would love to do? Or like when you went to university, were you thinking that, okay, I'm going to become, you know, I'm going to work 9 to 5, or did this develop afterwards?
Mm-hmm. So in my family, no one is a business owner in my direct family. And there wasn't any influence on that aspect. Okay. But my biggest support growing up, and even today, right, my dad, 100%. Doesn't matter what I would do, he would always support me and advise me. By no regards is he a businessman or a business, you know, entrepreneur. But my dad, you know, he's a smart man, if I do say so myself. So he really guides me, even with this location here. He's a big help in guiding me and navigating everything. Now, whether I'm stressed or I have something on my mind about business, I go and talk to him and he helps me resolve it. And he's also always supported it. He's never been like, you know, if you fail. He said, you know, if you fail, you fail. You're young. You can afford to make mistakes right now. And, you know, as for the university question, I was planning on not going. Actually, I was planning on even dropping out in the first year. And once again, I was talking to my dad and he had told me, he's like, listen, you've already started it, just finish it. It's a backup. It's a, you know, fallback, and you'll learn something. You'll have a good time. And you know what? I'm glad I did, because it gives me credibility to when I speak, right? Yeah. I'm not just speaking as a guy who started car detailing and got lucky. Yeah. Speaking as someone with experience and education. And that's my biggest thing, you know, with support. It's my dad. And growing up, I didn't realize that. Yeah. I didn't know any of that, right? Everyone growing up, you know, oh, mom and dad don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. But, you know, they used to say that, and I'm sure everyone's parents have said it to them. Yeah. Yeah. 1 year older, you'll understand. And wow, I understand now. And it makes so much sense to me. Yeah. So that was my whole thing. I was planning on doing a 9 to 5 originally, you know, like everyone. I want to be, you know, into like finance or into like some sort of field where I could just work 9 to 5. And then I started this and I was like, I don't respond well to authority. Right. That's my issue. So that's why this is great for me.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing to see that, because even in my life, like my father was my influence for business. He had his own business growing up. And while we were in Canada, and I was working at an accounting firm. I've told the story many times. After university, my whole idea in university was to do my 4 years, get my CPA, get into a firm, and just work my way up. You know, that was my passion, until I got my job and I was there and I was like, God, this is not for me. So the first thing you think of is, 4 years waste of time. But you know, I look back and I say it actually wasn't a waste of time for me personally, and for you as well, because in those 4 years, I still made a lot of friends, networks, who actually I work with to this day on the real estate side. And the business acumen that I received from the accounting side of things helped me in my business as well, right? 100%. So I think there's a positive. So I think your dad, I mean, kudos to him, man. Like he gave some great advice, and now he'll continue to do so as well. I guess my next question to you would be, now that you started now, and you just finished school yesterday, you said, right? Yeah. Which is ironic. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now with this business?
Like I said, I had the Kazmi car detailing, which is my last company, as proof of concept. Yeah. And this is kind of phase 2 of the plan, right? Yeah. So the way I'm kind of building this one up is for the next 5 years, myself personally and this business, I see it, you know, we're having a lot of very easy protocols and processes that people can copy. Yeah. So I plan on hopefully either opening up a second location myself, right, or franchising if that's an opportunity, right? I want to expand smart, not fast. Yeah. So that's my whole game here for the next 5 years. And I just see myself building a clientele and, you know, getting the name out there, right? Like I want to be known as, you know, high quality, good service and affordable prices, right? So that's what I want to be. I want people to come here for the culture, right? Yeah. We are implementing a lot of protocols, right? If I give any of the F1, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or you keep up with it. Yeah. It's Friday, Saturday. If there's a race, you don't have to be a client. You can come in here, sit in our lobby, have some coffee, and watch the race. Yeah, it's about the experience. It's about the experience. We want it to be a little club, a little, you know, like a place where people can come and enjoy in their time, right? And just not have to be here to spend money. Come here, have a coffee, sit down, talk with the guys.
Yeah.
Right. That's all we want.
Yeah, that's differentiation that you're talking about,
Exactly.
right? I'm just curious, man. Like, you're 22. Like, how did you learn all this? Because I'm learning from you as we speak. And a lot of 22-year-olds don't know franchising, you know, how to market, whatnot. I know your dad's helped you out, but like, are you just learning on the fly? Like, have you read books? Have you listened to sales books? Like, what have you done to get this far?
I've read books, not to sound like every other entrepreneur out there. I read books, and I don't read them very often. I'm a terrible reader.
Okay.
But I'll retain information from some of these books that I read, right? Like The Laws of Power or something like that. It's a beautiful book, right? I read that. I loved it. Yeah. For me, I'm learning on the fly. That's why, you know, I told you from the last business to this one, I'm correcting a lot of my mistakes, and there's been a lot of mistakes. Trust me, still today I make mistakes, right? And my whole thing is I'm just learning on the fly, and I'm taking it into account. But also, you know, I'm doing my own research as to how I want to expand, and I have a lot of very talented people in my life, including yourself, who I go to for advice. And I take all that advice and then I filter through it and see what I want to do, what aligns with my values, and what's the best way to grow. Right. So it's not a one man show, right? I might be the face and it might be my company, but you know, my guys, everyone has an input for everything, even for the new packaging, new servicing. Every single one of my guys, they tell me what they think and I take it into account. Yeah. Because they're the ones on the floor doing it all.
Yeah. No, it's great you give the recognition to those who, you know, helped you pave the way. And now we're sitting in a new location right now, I understand. Yeah. So tell us about this location, you know, how you got it, and what are your plans now to expand over here?
Of course. So this location, it's actually from connections that I got this location. This location wasn't on market. I had spoken to my mechanic who's conveniently next door. Shout out to Dominic. And he actually introduced me to the landlord here, and we got talking, and you know, we got the deal signed. I can't disclose too much. I do have an NDA, but you know, and for expansion here, right now the plan is to just get it up and running, and then we're going to start introducing services. So we're going to keep our core detailing and everything like that, and then we're going to slowly expand more into wrapping, decals, everything. It's, like I said, one-stop shop. It's going to be a hub, right? It's what we kind of want. We want people to get the name out. There's prestige, and, you know, somewhere we can go and just hang out. Yeah. Right. You're bored after school and you're a 16-year-old and you want to see cool cars. Nice. Come by, you know, get a coffee, get some donuts, whatever it is, and look at the cars, watch the TV, whatever you want to do. We're going to have an F1 simulator set up here as well. Nice. So come do it. Fastest lap of the day, you get a little treat.
I know Fiaz's smiling over there, our photographer who's big into cars. So
he's going to go and practice.
He'll be here a lot. I'll join as well.
Yeah, everyone's welcome.
Yeah, that's great, man. What are some tips that you can give to other entrepreneurs that you could maybe say, this is how you should get started? This is the first thing you should do. What are some advices that you can provide to them?
My first advice for any young entrepreneur, any entrepreneur watching, don't be afraid, right? You have nothing to lose. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Maybe, you know, if you're a bit older, you maybe have a family and kids, don't jump into it 100%. Slowly work your way into it. But definitely have the passion for what you do. Because I'll tell you this, for me personally, my passion is burnt out multiple times over the year for cars, right? Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to look at another car. I don't want my car. But if you already have a deep passion about that thing, even if it burns out for a couple of days, couple of hours, it comes back.
That's true.
But if you're in something you're not passionate about, and I've seen it happen to buddies of mine, they get into something like plumbing. They're like, you know, I want to be a plumber, good pay. They get burnt out after the first 3 months, and then they regret all their decisions. So try and find something that's passionate, and don't be afraid to try something new. Right? There's a lot of stuff out there that's people are just waiting for you to sell or for you to service them. You can't just don't follow everyone else, right? Make your own way, make your own path. If you have a crazy idea, go for it. You're going to make money, right? And you're going to have a good time doing it.
Yep.
So that's what I'd say.
I agree. And my younger brother, actually, his name is Kazmi. He's also your age. He's looking to do his own business. So he's thinking of ideas right now as well. So I'll definitely share this podcast with him and maybe introduce you to him one day. I'll ask you some rapid fire questions, some fun questions.
Sure.
What's the most fun car to detail, or one you've detailed yet that you've really enjoyed?
The most fun car. Ooh, that's a good one. We did a Bugatti Chiron. That car was beautiful. It's between that or a Ferrari 812. Okay. So I love these cars, not just because they're Ferraris, you know, I love that too, but because I'm more motivated to put that extra 300% into the car. Right. So, and I personally will do those cars as well. If it's something that catches my eye, I'll do it personally as well.
Yeah.
Right. All my guys are trained to the same level and they're trained by me personally, but that's what we'll do.
Nice.
So Ferrari or Bugatti, it has to be one of those two.
Amazing. Your favorite car?
My favorite car, my Accord. No, if we're being honest, my favorite car would have to be a G80 M4.
Okay.
Or if we're talking supercars, a McLaren P1.
Nice. I'm sure you know that. Fayyaz, I don't know too much about cars, but I'll look at these later on.
He's giving the nod of approval.
Yeah. Favorite, I see the Fast and Furious cars back there, so I'm sure you've watched the movies. Favorite Fast and Furious movie?
Ooh, favorite Fast and Furious movie? Honestly, none of them.
Really? Okay.
I just watched them as a time code and they're entertaining. But my favorite movie, the 2005 The Dark Knight Batman movies.
That's
I love those.
That's one of the best for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate Ali Kazmi
pleasure.
coming on the show, and you're welcome anytime. Where can we find you? Talk a little about your location, address, whatever you can disclose that you can, and where people can find you.
So we're located in Richmond Hill, and the address is 382 Enford Road. The company's name is Formula Auto Lab, and if you want to reach me, our phone number is 905-519-4746, or you can find us on social media and send us a DM.
Perfect. We'll have that in the captions as well. Thank you so much, brother, for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.